And away we go. It is a nightcap brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken right here on BearcatJournal.com. www.galacticfriedchicken.com. Go to the website, get the app. They will bring it right to your front door, pretty much anywhere inside the 275 loop, or head down to Dayton, Kentucky. Tell them to pump it up Wednesday through Sunday, lunch and dinner, and get yourself 15% off of your order. Hi, Aaron.
Yo,
What's up?
what's happening?
I had a good night tonight. We had fun. Little family excursion to go Bearcats volleyball. Saw them really kick Texas Tech's ass in a convincing victory. My
Good that
dogs are,
somebody's winning conference play.
yeah. The little one and her best friend and her best friend's little sister were in tow for Taylor Swift night, and ultimately it was a great time. They were a great host. Kelsey got to do the tunnel. They taught the girls how to do down the drive. I was like, look, man, I taught that girl how to do down the drive as soon as she could move her arms. We were teaching her how to do down the drive. You don't have to teach her that. But they got to go out and do the national anthem, like kind of stand on the baseline and do the national anthem with the team. It was very cool. So thanks to Molly Alvey and the women's volleyball team for an awesome night. Made it back home to do a spirited BCJ podcast. You don't seem as amused as I was about that.
I mean, I was trying to get the joke in that you had me until Taylor Swift night, but you didn't stop talking, so it was hard to get that joke in.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're running a women's sport and you want to attract an audience full of potential fans, you have Taylor Swift night, because everybody that I talked to that worked at UC walked into the building and was like, oh, this place is full. And I'm like, yeah, you said Taylor Swift. So the 13-year-old girl showed up.
God, I can't wait till she retires.
She's like 55.
I think she's closer to 40 than that, but whatever.
You got a long way to go. Ugh. She's got decades of making billions of dollars left. So but guess what? In about 10 years, you're going to be a girl dad, like a real girl dad.
Let's talk.
It's going to have to cater to your daughter's wishes. And Taylor Swift's probably still going to be very popular at that point. So you'll come around. It's all cyclical.
I'm going to get her on punk rock. We'll be good. Punk rock and old school hip hop will be all the way good.
But again, thank you to the women's volleyball team. That was it was a lot of fun tonight. We had a blast. So, and I've been informed we're going back Sunday, and they have as of today they have 4 more home games left, and I've been told we're going to be at all of them. So, yeah.
Let's talk football.
Just tonight was Taylor Swift night. I don't think there's any more of those left. So that actually, if they're smart, they'll just do it the next 4 home games and make some money. Let's talk some football. What?
You can only do so much to Taylor Swift.
No, they'll still all show up. They will. Let's get to it. It is time to preview the Big 12. And what are we in? Week 9? As things tighten up, things start to get a little bit more interesting. Not a super interesting slate this week, but there are some games of intrigue. It starts with noon on Fox. Big noon kickoff is in Lawrence. Kansas takes on Oklahoma. The big question being Jalen Daniels, will he be back? Lance Leopold, their head coach, is doing the standard college football coach thing, right, Aaron? Where he's like, I don't know, maybe he will, maybe he won't. He's doubtful, but he might be questionable. He did some more stuff in practice this week, but maybe he didn't.
I don't think it matters.
I think Oklahoma coming off what happened last week against UCF. Typically, there is a Red River shootout, Red River rivalry, uh, hangover, and there was for both teams as we saw them both go down to the wire.
If we are looking at the Oklahoma mountains and valleys, it seems that the 34 and 31 that they've scored in the last 2 weeks are part of the same valley, and it's time to go up. And I don't look for this game to be particularly close. I think that
the question will be Kansas can and has proven to really be able to run the ball. If you can control the clock, like not that it matters a ton against Oklahoma, because they can go score in 2 minutes, and then you have the ball for 7 minutes, and then they go score in 2 minutes.
Oklahoma's also only given up 120 yards a game this
on the
season.
ground. Yeah,
on the
their
ground.
rushing defense is outstanding. So I'm kind of with you. What are we at? Oklahoma is favored by 10. The over-under is 65. So they do expect this to be very high scoring.
I'm on both, and I think
I wouldn't touch the over-under.
I think the high score is going to be Oklahoma. I think they're going to put up close to, if not a 50 burger again. And I think they win by.
So you're thinking like 50 to 24, 51, 54 to 24, something along those lines.
I wouldn't even be surprised if Kansas scored in the 30s, truthfully, because I think that the game's going to be in hand well before.
If Daniels doesn't play and they can't run the ball, I don't know how Kansas gets to over 30.
But right? if they're putting up 48, 51, 54, then you're going to hit that 65, no problem.
Yeah, Yeah, I don't know that I'd touch the over-under because I think it's going to be around there. I think it might be more like 62 than 67, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I would give the points with you and take Oklahoma. The other noon game, I know there's a couple.
There's a couple.
Houston at Kansas State. Kansas State favored by 17.5.
That one on ESPN2.
59. That one's on ESPN2. I think Houston gave everything they had against Texas. It was their one shot. Like they have waited for this forever and ever and ever and ever. They got down early. They stormed back. They gave everything they had against Texas and came up short. I think they probably get their ass kicked against Kansas.
I am not a Holgerson guy, as you well know. However, I don't know that Kansas State's figured some things out. I think that with the spread on this game being 17.5, that's an awful lot to give to Kansas State, especially with Houston coming on of late in their last several games. 31, or I'm sorry, that was Texas. 24, but 41 before that, 28 before that. I don't know that Kansas State is going to demolish them, but
I think they are.
Kansas State has figured it out with this 2 quarterback system that they're running right now. They're in great form. Will Howard's still doing his thing. The freshman's doing his thing. I don't know that me personally, I would touch the 17.5, but over under 59, I think that's an easy win going over.
Yeah, I think I agree there on the over. I think both teams just offensively are playing really well right now, and I don't think either team is a juggernaut defensively where they're going to hold somebody under 28 or whatever it may be.
Callie's getting that base bark, man.
No, that's Tiger.
All right. Well,
that's the big boy. That's the big boy. I think Callie is out front going to the bathroom, and Tiger is trying to protect her.
Just not used to hearing a base bark.
Yeah, that's Ty. I think I'm giving the points. Kansas State wins big, and it goes over 59. I think there was so much emotion in that Houston Texas game that
Sure.
Houston's not good. I think they gave it give it all you got, Captain. I think the Starship Enterprise is out of power at this point. Maybe the most interesting game of the weekend.
Yes.
In the Big 12 this week.
Yes.
West Virginia in the bounce house against UCF. This might be save your job territory for Neil Brown. Like they started out, they started out way better than anybody thought, but they have faltered of late. UCF is favored by 7 at home. The over-under is 58. UCF coming off a game again, I think against Oklahoma. They fired all the bullets in their gun. Can they go back out and recreate against a West Virginia team that's not great by any stretch of the imagination? I think UCF wins here, but I don't know that I'm comfortable by a full touchdown. We've seen UCF play with the lead. At Baylor came from behind and got that ass. I don't know here. I don't know that I'd bet this game because I don't know what's going to happen.
I'm going to tell you what's going to happen.
Oh,
West Virginia, take them on the money line. West Virginia, you take them on the points. West Virginia, you take them. They're not. No, this game's not going to go 58. I don't foresee this game going to 58. I think it's going to be an ugly game. I think it's going to be a rock fight, and I think that West Virginia is going to figure it out once again. UCF is going to pave the way for an undefeated season in conference, and they're not
winless season in conference.
Yeah,
undefeated.
Sorry,
a defeated season in conference.
So look, I found these. I'm riding high.
You found those in Athens?
No, not here.
Oh, okay.
I had begrudgingly, I had to bring them home. But
are they skunky?
They're not great.
Oh,
I know. Brent said that this batch tasted a little different. I don't know what I'm working with here. Just saying.
You're a hot mess. Although I feel more likely UCF wins this game now that I know your take.
That's fine.
BYU on the road at Texas. Texas favored by 17.5. Over under is 50. I'm going Texas. I'm riding Texas here. I'll give the points.
With the points even 17.5. Yeah. You do not believe in BYU. I also don't believe in BYU. Not in this game. They are sitting at 5.
Slovis is their quarterback, right?
They are sitting at 5. They are sitting at 5-2 currently. I don't believe that they're going to do anything to make waves against the Texas Longhorns.
When yours is out,
it doesn't matter. If they were playing at elevation in BYU, I think we'd have a different conversation. But I'm with you.
Here's the question.
I'm with you. Over under, hammer the over under at 50. At 50? No. Not at home, not against BYU. Come on. I know they're playing against carpenters and plumbers and grown-ass men selling knives and vacuums door to door or whatever it is that they do out there in BYU, but 17.5, take the points, take the over-under, go over.
Let's talk about the storyline for this game. Do we see the Arch?
No.
What do you mean?
No.
He's
not good. He's not good.
He is the number 3 quarterback. Ewers is out, so he's the number 2 quarterback. And the number 1 is not I think over under snaps for Arch Manning 10.5.
4.
He's going to take snaps, I think, in this game.
Okay, let's do the over under on Arch Manning passes in this game. I'll give you a half.
So he won't throw 1 pass. I'll take the over.
He will hand it off and hand it off and hand it off and hand it. If he even gets in the game, he's terrible. He's not good.
This is from your extensive scouting repertoire of Arch Manning.
from seeing his high school tape, it was trash. He's not good.
Okay.
He was the most
And-
overrated prospect since God knows who, but he's not good.
And then finally, 3:30 on ESPN Plus, Iowa State, Baylor in Waco. I'm much more comfortable with what I saw from Iowa State than what I saw.
What were you thinking making this your late game? I guess it's only
No, it's the 3:30 game.
3:30.
It's 3:30. Cincinnati, Oklahoma State is the late game.
Look, I know.
Aaron, this is the thing. We have to readjust our lens because the early games are the important games in the Big 12. It's like the Big 10. Like the noon kickoff is like that's what matters most in this league.
Until next
Iowa
season,
State at Baylor.
Until next season, when you have some of the late games.
Yeah, some of the West Coast. Yeah.
Yeah, late games.
Yeah.
Iowa State Baylor. ESPN is saying that Iowa State is 70% favored to win this game.
It's 2.5. Iowa State is favored by 2.5 points. Over under 47. So they think this is going to be low scoring in a big way. I think I would hammer the over. I don't know that I would touch the line, although I feel
you're hammering
confident.
The over?
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm on the under. I think this is going to be Iowa versus Iowa style game because it's gross. Both teams are not good, and both teams are also not new to the Big 12. I think I am under on the points. I think if they could tie, I think they would because I think that neither team is very good, but I think that Dave Aranda is actually fighting for his job versus Matt Campbell, and I think that Dave Aranda is going to find a way to win this game.
Here's where I think, actually, you know what? The more I think about it as we're talking, I'm hammering Iowa State 2.5. I'm giving 2.5. I might give 8. Baylor can't run. They can't run. All they can do is pass, and Iowa State has the best secondary in the conference.
Iowa State also runs the ball really well, and Baylor can't stop the run.
So it's processing in my brain what we've learned the last 2 weeks over these two teams. I might put your salary. I'm putting your salary on Iowa State and giving the 2.5. If Iowa State covers, you get double your salary. If not, you get 0.
Oh, that's not going to work. That's not going to work.
All you had to say was take it, and we would have done it. That's the nightcap. We'll see you next time. Brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken, right here on BearcatJournal.com.
See ya.